Friday night, we bench our children that they should be like Ephraim and Manasseh. And we know the reason for this is because for the Avos and even for the Shvatim, they didn't live in Mitzrayim, they didn't live in the Golus. And Ephraim and Manasseh were brought up and lived in the Golus. And therefore we want our children to have the same strength as Ephraim and Manasseh, to grow up in the Golus. But sometimes we forget, we don't realize that we're in Golus. We're lulled to thinking that this is all there is. And we forget what it's like. And I just had a very incredible thought about how we can put it in perspective. Everyone knows about the advent of AI and how it's potentially taking over hundreds of thousands of jobs. And I was just thinking, if you go back 5 years and you look at these people who studied for years in university, they studied mathematics, they studied sciences, they studied English and proofreading and many different industries. And now these people, these same people, they still put in the effort, they still put in that value, but now these people are being replaced by a mere tap of a button on AI and ChatGPT. And it's an unbelievable concept shift to see that what was so sought after a few years ago has now been replaced, and we see how futile it is. And when Mashiach comes and we finally see the end of the light, the end of the tunnel, we're going to realize that all these things we were chasing, all these pleasures and all these so-called peace and serenity we were chasing in this world, in the Gashmi world, is going to be completely futile and replaced by something so much more wholesome and so much more real. And just imagine somebody 2,000 years ago peering into today's world with a periscope, and he sees what it's like to realize that we are in the days of Mashiach now. We know Mashiach is coming. It's such an incredible thing to realize that Mashiach is coming now. And he looks through his periscope and he goes into the shul and he tries to see and he tries to zoom in and he tries to peek in. He says, are they still davening? Wow, they're still davening. He sees they're still putting on tefillin, and he goes into the stalls and he goes in and he sees that they're still keeping kashrus. And he looks in and he sees and he says, wow, they're still keeping kashrus. I can't believe this. And we have to realize that we are those people. We are here now. We are those people who are the final punchline of Golus, who finally at the end of this long and bitter Golus, who has been so long and so bitter, we don't even know we're in it. And we are the punchline. We are those people that are putting in the effort and the work now to bring Mashiach. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you all a tremendous Shabbos, and we should see the Geula as soon as possible. Thank you very much.